everyone. Come on in because we are doing a review of Married to Medicine Season 10, Episode 3. And my name is Deborah. Yep, your eyes aren't deceiving me. I am trying to start reviews on Married to Medicine. You know, I've always watched Married to Medicine. I just never done the reviews. But this season, y'all, I have become reinvigorated to watch this season. And you know why I like it? I like it because of Sweet Tea. I think she brings something real and authentic to the show. And then I also like that Phaedra's back to add a little messiness. So I said, you know what? I think I might want to get down up in here and chat about this series this season. So I hope some of y'all are watching it too. I hope you will join me and I hope we can talk about it. I know this whole season is all about Sweet Tea and how Sweet Tea's a gold digger. Or what did Dr. Havlin say? A copper digger? I don't think so. Because she ain't no gold digger. But you know what? She ain't asking enough. She is not asking enough for what she is bringing. This man is 26 years older than her. Okay? So the way I think about it is Sweet Tea ain't asking for enough. Digging for gold, please. What Dr. G is paying, just because he thinks he's paying a mortgage to a house he owns that's in his name, that ain't enough for no 26-year-old woman with fresh eggs. That ain't enough. He need to be paying more. He over here acting as if she's taking advantage of him. And to be honest with you right now, I think he's getting a better deal. He ain't no different than corporate America going over here trying to get a younger worker. Because no older woman is going to put up with Dr. G. No older woman is going to put up with Dr. G's trying to offer for a little bit of money he's offering. Older women are saying that's a bad deal. That's a bad deal. You want me to go to work, cook, clean, have your babies. You 26 years older. Nah. When you 50 something, 56 years old and you want a 26-year-old woman, then you need to be able to pay with a smile on your face. And all this thrown up in her face talking about, what, do you pay any rent? Do you do this? No, but I'm about to have your baby. You want these 26-year-old eggs? How much money do you think that would cost? I don't know why people think that Dr. G is so highfalutin or he's so, high class. He's not. He's ghetto. Dr. G is ghetto. Just because you got a doctor by your name does not mean you not ghetto. Dr. G is ghetto. I don't know why everybody's surprised why he liked Sweet Tea when she dropped down in those DMs talking about, I can give you what you want. What makes you think he wouldn't go for that? He absolutely would go for it because Dr. G's ghetto. He really is. And this is what happened with him and Quad. Quad realized it. Quad realized this man may got a doctor's title behind him, but he is ghetto like a hood in the streets. He really, really is. That's why I'm not too surprised that he and Sweet Tea hooked up. We know Sweet Tea ain't refined. She seems like she's a nice young lady, but we see she ain't refined. Well, what makes you think that a refined woman would want to be with Dr. G? The way he yells and screams and fusses and fights and falls out and the stuff he talks about and the stuff he does. Don't no refined older woman or woman, period, want to be with that. Like I said, a Sweet Tea didn't ask for enough. She need to ask for more. She don't need to settle for these little crumbs Dr. G is trying to hand her talking about free rent. Please, that's the basic. Everybody over here trying to protect Dr. G, talking about, do you get a prenup? Did you get this? Dr. G ain't got nothing. He ain't got that much wealth. I can tell you right now, Dr. G doesn't have that much wealth. Not at all. So I don't know why everybody's rushing to protect him. There needs to be some women up here trying to protect Sweet Tea because he's trying to do some mind games on her. Isn't he a psychiatrist? Isn't that how he got his doctor's name? Isn't he a psychiatrist? Because he's over here trying to play some mind games on Sweet Tea. So Sweet Tea thinks she's not as worth as much as she is, and so he can get her at a bottom basement price. That's what he's trying to do. Let me tell you, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to roles in your family, when it comes to expectations between you and your husband, you better learn how to negotiate. Because let me tell you, there's a group of people who will try to make you believe you ain't worth as much as you worth. And right now, Dr. G is trying to tell Sweet Tea, hey, because I pay the mortgage here for a house I own in my name that even my ex-wife lived in, I want you to cook, clean, have sex, have babies, do all these things. You can't get no wedding planner. You gotta hire a bottom basement wedding planner. We changing wedding venues 1 week after 1 week before the wedding. Dr. G talking about this wedding wasn't even supposed to be expensive. It wasn't supposed to be big. Yeah, because you already had your wedding. You already had your time. Now you want this young 32-year-old woman to have a wedding just because you already had yours. Like I said, he's selfish. Just like Quad said before. Because let me tell you something. When Quad and Dr. G first got married, he thought Quad was going to be the one because Quad liked to cook. She loved to cook. She was a good cook. She was domesticated. She was going to keep the house nice and clean. She kept herself up. She looked good. But what Dr. G didn't count on was that Quad was going to have a mouth on her and was going to talk back and stand up for herself. And Dr. G didn't count on that. And that's where everything went wrong. So then what he said was, listen, I want to go out and get something similar. I still want a woman to cook and clean for me. And all I got to do is pay the mortgage. But then I want her to do everything I say. And I don't want her to have no say. But everybody out here trying to protect Dr. G. Dr. G is the problem. Why is everybody protecting Dr. G? He's the problem. I was happy to see that Simone and Dr. Jackie are back having lunch together. They better keep their friendship because who else they gonna sit around and talk about trichomosis at lunchtime? Girl, don't nobody else want to sit at lunch talking about trichomosis and STDs. They better stay friends because don't no other friends want to talk about this. That's nasty. I don't know what everybody's storylines are going to be this year. It looks like Simone's storyline is going to be complaining about her kids. How they entitled, how they don't do nothing. They sure don't. But she raised them. She raised them. She over here trying to talk about Sweet Tea. How, oh, these women aren't made like they used to be made. You know, back in the day, I was going to school, cooking, cleaning, raising boys. But you didn't have no good time. You didn't like it. Because we done seen Married to Medicine now for 10 years. And guess what? The whole 10 years, all we saw was Simone running around yelling and screaming at her boys. She was not happy not one of those years. She might love her boys. She might love her boys, but she never liked that role she had to play. She didn't want all that work, going to work, cooking and cleaning and doing all that. That's why she got that husband over there who had to step in and start doing some of them duties. But yes, she's sitting over here talking about Sweet Tea, why Sweet Tea needs a housekeeper, or why Sweet Tea needs a wedding planner, or why Sweet Tea needs somebody to come in and help meal prep. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Why older women trying to make younger women go down the same path they did when they know that path wasn't no good path? Just because you did it doesn't mean it's the path everybody else needs to follow, because it ain't necessarily no good path. Shoot, I'm older. I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X, and let me tell you, I love these Gen Zers. You know what? Because they're the Rosa Parks. They done sat out here and fought for the rights of everybody else. Now, none of us don't have to work this hard. None of us have to work hard anymore, because let me tell you, all these Gen Zs done sat out here and said, if we ain't working this hard no more, power to the people. I love me some Gen Zs. Please, I'm going to protect the Gen Z because they're the ones out here fighting a good fight on the front lines, telling everybody we ain't working this hard no more. And then what my old butt does, I sit in the background and I wait for all the Gen Zers to go ahead and fight with all corporate America and tell them what we not going to do. And I say, yeah, girl, go. And then I follow right on behind them and I get all the benefits. That's exactly what I do. It ain't no different than affirmative action. Man, when the black people were fighting for affirmative action, who ended up walking through the door after the black people had to fight the good fight? All the white women. Just call me a white woman to the Gen Zs, because I'm in these Gen Zs to do all the fighting, and I'm walking through the door right behind them. A Sweet Tea, go get your wedding planner, go get your meal prep done, do all that, girl, because that ain't no good life. Going to work, working 10 hours a day, commuting in Atlanta with all that traffic, coming home, cooking and cleaning, having sex with a 26-year-old older man to have a baby. Girl, go get you some help. That's what Simone should have been telling her, not telling her she ain't made like I was made. Girl, Simone, don't nobody want the life that you had just because you a doctor. Look at them boys. Look at them boys. Now that's what happens when you work your bones to the ground for other people. Then those other people sit around, expect you to keep working for them. Now look where Simone is with her boys. And she trying to encourage Sweet Tea to work just as hard as she did. Why? So Sweet Tea can raise some boys that want to sit around and let their mama do everything? No. Don't be showing that as no example. That's why we getting these boys we got now. Because the mamas did everything for them. Now they can't take care of no family, can't raise no family because all the mamas sat around and did everything for them. And now they're trying to raise a whole new generation of women, telling women do everything for everybody but yourself. No. Power to the people, Gen Z. Keep it going. Keep it going. Poor Dr. Damon, he over here crying because his daughter Laura is going away to college. She ain't gonna stay in town. They ought to know right now that girl is not staying in town. That girl is moving on. She gonna be at FAMU, at Florida, and they just gonna have to drive her down there and say goodbye with tears in their eyes. Talking about, well, we want you nearby because Florida got hurricanes. Woo! They said it with a straight face. They were saying it with a straight face. Heavenly over here trying to say, let me teach you how to cook. It's too late now, Heavenly. If you ain't taught Laura how to cook before she went to college, it's too late. You're going to have to come back around later on. You should have taught her that a long time ago, how to cook that doctored up spaghetti. I ain't mad at you, Heavenly, because I do the same thing. I take me some Prego and I doctor it up. I do the same exact thing. I ain't gonna be mad at you, but you know what? Breaking those spaghetti noodles in half, that's a no-no. That is a no-no. You should just at least put them down a little bit and let them sink down into the water so you get the long noodles. You ain't gotta break them in half. That's real ghetto right there. I don't know why these people think these doctors are so prestigious and high class, and you got Dr. Heavenly over here breaking spaghetti in half, the ghetto style. Dr. Damon over there crying and Laura going to FAMU because he's remembering his days in college. Isn't Dr. Damon a Omega Sci-Fi, a Q dog? Q dog. He remembering what goes on at college with them Q dogs, and he is crying some tears. He trying to keep his daughter on the leash. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right, Dr. Damon. Dry your eyes. Dry your eyes. She gonna be all right. But Sweet Tea is definitely naive. She is definitely naive because I don't know what she was thinking when she wasn't gonna run in quad all season long. What they think they brought her on this show for? For some drama, and that drama's gonna entail running in the quad for sure, for sure, for sure. But leave it up to Messy Phaedra to make it happen. You know, Phaedra knows how to stir up some mess. She absolutely knows how to stir up some mess. So when Quad showed up at that Pamper Party, I don't know why they were surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. If she don't watch any season of Married to Medicine, she should know the whole storyline. And I don't know why she would think that this wasn't going to be what was going to happen. And if she didn't know, then her old sugar daddy husband that ain't so much sugar should have told her. I don't even know why you can't even call Dr. G a sugar daddy because he ain't giving enough sugar to be called a sugar daddy. But did you see that guy at the Pamper Party, y'all? All of y'all who watched the one with me this season, Matthew, who's with Ashley on the one, is on Married to Medicine. Now he was a Pamper Party stripper. Good Lord, was we fooled the one? Is Matthew just a paid actor? Or is he just a hired escort? He a hired escort here on Married to Medicine, and Ashley used him like a hired escort on the one. Sweet Tea saw them good looking men and she was like, dang, this is Christmas time. I feel like the child of Bethlehem. I was cracking up when she said that. She over there wondering what Gregory's doing, talking about Gregory's conservative. Girl, he ain't conservative. He ain't conservative. He just wants you to do all the work in the bedroom when you get together because, like I said, he want to hire a younger woman for less money. He's like, I'm old. I don't want to do nothing. And he thinks just because he paid the rent, you going to have to do all this work. Girl, you better up your price. You better up your price. Shoot, Dr. G over there living his life at that bachelor party, at that strip club. Oh, I tell you, the strip club environment in Atlanta is wild. Wow. They don't have that here in LA. Is Atlanta the only place where the strip club scene is like this, is off the chain, off the chain? Are there other cities where it's like this? I'm telling you, it's not that big of a deal in California, LA. They got them, but the strip club game in Atlanta is off the chain. It's almost like, it's just a common thing. It's like going to McDonald's. Is that what all men do in Atlanta, is go to strip club, married man, single man? Is that their entertainment, the strip club? Like Eugene said, I guess going to strip club is like giving to a college fund, I guess. That's what they say. Curtis was trying to be on his best behavior. Did you see when he was holding the woman's hand and slapped the other hand's booty? Oh, he think he's slick. He was in the Dominican last episode, so we know, please, Curtis. We know exactly what you all about. But he said he ain't gonna get in no trouble with Dr. Jackie. There's no touching. That's what the rules were. So instead of him touching her butt, he took the other woman's hand and had her slap the ass. Curtis ain't slick. But when that low budget wedding planner called and said, hey, from you switching the venue to this other place in 1 week and now we got to hire all new vendors, it's going to cost you $14,000 more. Sweet Tea had a meltdown. She had a meltdown. She went from iced sweet tea to a hot tea. She was cussing out the sister, telling the sister off, saying, get off me. Stop talking about me. And then Heavenly over there laughing and giggling, talking about, you think the marriage is going to last with her being like this? Please, Heavenly just as loud. Heavenly is just as loud as Sweet Tea. And Dr. G is just as ghetto as well. Yeah, it's going to last. It's going to last as long as they want it to last. Trust and believe that whatever outburst Sweet Tea has at home with Dr. G, he got another one just as loud to match hers. Like I said, she ain't the problem. She ain't the only problem. Dr. G, a whole problem by himself as well. I don't know why everybody out here think they need to protect a Dr. G. He over there sitting in the strip club with the stripper talking about, what's your name? She said tequila. He says, I like margaritas. He a whole fool. And we see Heavenly gonna be just as messy this season because the minute that Quad walked into the room at that bachelorette party, who was the first one to run up to her and give her a hug? Heavenly. Heavenly don't even like Quad. Toya called her out. Toya called her out correctly. Like, wait a minute, Heavenly, all of a sudden Quad is your best friend. You love Quad? Nah. Heavenly just likes drama and mess. And what she's saying is, yeah, get it. I want to see some mess going on. And that's what she was happy about. She was just happy that some mess was going to get started and she didn't have to be the one to start it. And then when Sweet Tea was trying to keep it classy and not try to act ratchet towards Quad being there, next thing you know, Toy is mad, talking about, well, why you not mad? Why you not getting ratchet? Why you not screaming and yelling? First of all, they tell the girl she's screaming and yelling, she's ghetto. And then she tried to stay, pristine and try to stay, a little bit more high class and not get out herself. And the next thing you know, people want her to act like that. But kudos to Quad for asking, hey, do you want me to stay or do you not want me to stay? Because I came, so I already got paid by the production crew. Quad's like, I came already, so I already got my check. So if you don't want me to go, I'll just go ahead and go because I don't have to stay. I just came to get this check, but now that I got it, if you don't want me to stay, I can go ahead and go. And Sweet Tea said, yeah, maybe it's best that you leave. And Quad gathered up her designer wear and she said, that's fine. I'll see y'all later. I got my check already. That's the way you do it, Quad. That's the exact way you do it. Well, I'm going to keep doing these reviews. I hope you guys keep watching with me because I do want to see what goes on. Because I think these women are going to really try to talk about Sweet Tea. So I might have to be down up in here helping her out a little bit against these older women trying to make her do the things they did 20, 30 years ago. Ain't nobody trying to do that no more. Nobody trying to live that life no more. Raise your price, Sweet Tea. Raise your price.